Next month I'll be 5 years in the UK. First 3 months was horrible. Really, really horrible. So it was really tough. The first 3 months, now I quite say, what's your box?
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching and subscribe to Life Abroad 24.
My mama about Life Abroad 24. So, and I first time my mama about from Kukra. And the interview, you know, I have here a very special guest. Or be sharing a life experience with us. Oba UK from how I started to now. Or be sharing the whole journey with us. I mean, the ups and downs, the lessons, the challenges, the achievements, any are building a resilience of sharing now with us. This very person, very open-minded, and if I say open-minded, like on doing the normal way that we all know. He is so unique, yeah, and I bet say after this very conversation or not was your thing or two one navigating our journey. Thank you for staying. Pacho, we're going to introduce you Mama for.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that I was born Nang-Tege, but your mama Crystal wedding, your mama no, I have to add so people will know what to expect.
Okay, senior Medasi. So, your woman Nang-Tege, the dear they told me, the dear they charm me through my Nang-Tege.
Okay.
Your woman to a few more, if you need a comma, and me sending a comma.
Right.
But say your woman, me better a Christopher woman into no, your mammy Dean Daniel. But do you wanna frame Daniel? And yet, dear Michi. But there be a mecase. Semenya Christo near na Daniel Nebeko. Say, Sebe mecase me be a Cremonia, na se Buddhist, and I say Judaism, Sadi Daniel Nebeko, but Nang-Tege no Ebeka. Nti mostly no, say me introduce me who ha, me introduce me who say your friend Nang-Tege.
Oh, okay.
As a preferred name, as a first name, although documentation wise, no, because Ghana former colonial masters here British into your system no say na like your shishe no a dina or momo system ni no, which is for example Daniel no and no no be pick first as for first name na dina ya wo why the two one kasa no and no na be dane middle name into no documentation obehwe ni nyina no na Christo dino and asa abrahofo dino ne dikan na dina ya do na nkasa ndi abehye mfimfin and it's a one take time e bedru baby no na dina ya do na nkasa na abeyira me so de me mpese sa dina beyira nti no the see no me say eno no yem fan frame
and say oh introduce what trouble for now
Nang-Tege
I want to me more
omusua me current documentation cram the year juma krana ma shada abbreviated Daniel no.
Wow.
Me most recent achievements Nang-Tege neba and sana Daniel Nashem Finfin. Although I am yet to initiate the formal processes to adjust the names, but it's still the same person. Daniel or Nang-Tege or Daniel, it's still the same person, but I think it's a preferred name, no. Aye Dina, aye woman, aye the told me because it keeps me grounded. It reminds me of who I am, where I'm coming from, and it always remains a springboard to where I am going in future. So I don't want to lose connection to that name.
Well, if I may ask, Nang-Tege no was a cherry.
A full video into the end day. I see a YouTube channel because Mimi Dino.
Okay.
Like most Ghanaian names in some Reno, you're too Dino for situations or to tell a story.
All right.
And Mimi Dino cannot be isolated from my other 4 siblings.
Right.
It's a family history or a family story. So I don't know bet another full interview because my name doesn't stand alone because it wouldn't have a meaning without my siblings' name.
Wow.
Wow,
interesting.
You bet my hair and also the fofa.
Interesting. But is it something that's common to Ebia? I mean, to say now, can say Udino, Yentimi, Udino, Yentimi separating from siblings, you know. Is this something common to the parts of Ghana na Ufino? Is it like Mudino? It was like special stories attached to the names.
Most of the names now on the 2 year or no, will always have either a special occasion or situation that is attached to it, or will tell a story. So some of them are standalone names, but I want a unique story. But many family history, mono. Our names literally tell, in summary, where my family has started from and where we are going.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey. Never a home interview.
And yeah, this Oko take permission from Papa and Man.
Oh dear. That's very interesting though, because me and Medino, if I'm a Benata,
yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, that's it.
Bisa.
Me mommy. Oh, me mommy cried on because I don't know the roots yet fancy. But my father and I grounded Ashanti man.
Good.
But unfortunately, only and nanny parents no that. No, sir.
Because already now, probably you are not the only Abnata in the clan. So it is either say Sebio situation now that Abnata no into your tone dino a similar situation. Anna yes.
My father mom there or the metal mommy. So no mommy ne there tar.
Good.
But then the reason I also they told me or they metal no is because he just didn't want the name to die out.
So then I think say the other thing that we need to look at is that what were the qualities of that woman.
Okay.
That he wanted to preserve. Not necessarily him. People in the village will, because sometimes those are reasons. They want to preserve the memory of somebody unique. That is also the other thing. And why would we preserve somebody's name? For example, I've stayed in Ashanti region for a long time. People feel proud when they name their daughters Asantwa. Why? Because they see the name Asantwa to be synonymous to like a female warrior.
Like a heroism.
Yes.
Attached to it.
So the person might not even have a lineage to like say a Jesu, but feel that okay, I admire all the qualities that embodies Ya Santwa. And in African traditional history or religion, names are very significant. Our names follow us. Our names determine who we are. Our names impact us. So traditional Africanist, I'm not traditional Africanist, but I'm a Pan-Africanist, a very proud Pan-Africanist. Will usually use such names to symbolize or talk about history or preserve history. So it could be that there is so much history about your grandmama. Na a poppy person then.
On Kipi.
On Kipi. So preserving that name sacred makes him always remember some of the things that he probably would have forgotten about his own mom.
Anyway, you're watching and you know the meaning of tar. Or if you're Ashanti region, now name the meaning of tar, me patcho. Drop your comment section, mommy, because I want to know the meaning of my name. And you know, Nang-Tege come so senior over her time in UK.
Hey.
And like why? Because I mean, me dream one means yes. Why did you decide to leave? Because me from where I stood and from where I who not there. Now me who is a big boss pa. Like I said, what's it? And then I we are just over figure and come and start life all over again.
No chronic dear. Back okay. Yes, no come anymore in Ghana. And then I can say that I'm comfortable because now me some side issues be crying now in my life and so yeah then comfortable, but not fulfillment in you. And fulfillment in you, and say me, I struggle when I cannot use the knowledge in my head. And it got to a point in time, main cancer, but it got to a point in time I was in between what I knew could improve patient care and what I could do for the patients when they are in front of me. Near Tosu Biomunsono, I think you did say I see things differently, yes, and I don't know, for some reason I see things differently. So during the pandemic, although I had tried previously, with just the interest, and say maybe in Masanko Ghana to go and share or try to. During the pandemic, I saw a window of hope. It was chaos, yes, but I managed to secure a lot of admissions to come into the UK, and I picked one of the courses, which is disaster management, because I'm more Ghana that I don't know. Now me support other facilities even outside my own facility with simulations to teach disaster management. So when that opportunity came, I thought I would come, because the previous year minya offer early that year, but somehow for some reasons I couldn't take it because of work-related constraints. And at the peak of the pandemic, I would say next month I'll be 5 years in the UK. I left Ghana 30th September 2020, and I got to the UK 1st October 2020. 14 days quarantine in pandemic. Yeah, the first 3 months was horrible, really, really horrible. Stuck in the room. And those that know me will know that may know me. Me like a month for nipa all the time now. I'm month for like me a month for nkola wo me ho say and me am nkola there, but me pen nkola gruntino almost all the time be na me nkola. So it was really tough. Say first 3 months na I to say what's your box
yeah
uni baby ako omo no mu nim dwen say ya bedru abrochire ntino yemfio but obi best nyame o hata soro ho, and just a few people I can count on one hand actually knew the stories behind the scenes. And some of them have been very, very supportive, kept on checking on us, asking how we are doing and that. And you know, that's how long I've been here, about 5 years.
Okay, and to chase your dream of fulfillment.
Chase my dream of fulfillment.
Me, I'm just waiting to see what will make you fulfilled in this life, because as I was standing there, was setting unreachable.
It is not unreachable. So I think that quite recently, me a short course with one of my mentors, which is purpose-driven leadership. And in the eyes of other people, they might think, say, oh, you've achieved this, you are doing this, you are doing that. But we've all been brought onto this earth for a particular purpose. And until you hit that purpose, you don't feel fulfilled. And I cannot sit here. Yes, I know. I don't talk a lot about things I have done or my achievement or what. I know that I have achieved some stuff, but I don't still see that I have gotten there yet, because I have said the only time I may feel is when the things I have achieved begin to make the impact in society that I've always dreamt about. That is when I'll probably say that, yeah. So the goal is to be at a point that I can influence that change in society that I've always dreamt about. And my passion has always been to bridge health inequalities in all forms, whether be it logistics-wise, knowledge expertise-wise, policy, or what, yeah. And you know, until I'm say, as Andy Forbecker said, until yes, you need bedroom a bedroom, we wouldn't stop pushing to get that voice heard.
So you had to start from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
See, Uba as a student, me sure say, now when you're pen, you know, you have to start off. And so also we warehouse you might be a
Dabi.
All right.
So technically, me imagine say nursing practice a crown and a plan. Actually, the plan was to just come and do my masters and go back.
All right.
That was the plan. And the during pandemic, now so warehouse in Germany are there Germany for the meantime I shut it down kakra. The only Juma miti year minya was not the university around the COVID testing center.
Okay.
And and after 3 months, me try minya bia ana minya nyamia do me koya na me ko shase kakra but makasa ye COVID testing center a university one was the only fully student month, like not staff in a student.
Okay.
Banal leadership, a professors maybe. And after a few weeks or so, and penny bako, a chairman was na oya wana. And I'm saying, no, see. Say na me share me PPE, different from other staff. Now it looks maybe more some health, and I'm a more health. Think commodity man who say now me practice that. Fortunately, no, so not the background nurse, no nurse for so many years and son of back academia. The Honomana a brony bessie. On money a far Adam for mentor mentee. Intino na mikwej mama na eja or me additional responsibilities because once them more health background. Inti and one ya or on a sober hands who are so school mra esa ode
limited hours.
Limited anti and then near the try kakra na eja. Occasionally, as a drug brochure, Untiminga said, Miri filming Crawford field. And then for 4, until and 1 year, and you do a master's.
Wow.
Until no moon, or shall see something other than a mania day.
Helping.
And I'm saying penny dear. Because my imagine say we are then Asanko fear because na eja me dear who name fufu no na me nyanni ana eja ejuma mun so no ne yapon a ne yetimi dia agro kakra ne boy volleyball na eja me boys yi na Sunday bia ya nya kra ne yakobo football match ni nyina me nya bi wa na Abeshahana, quite a brabone ya, but Namini Madicrontia me by Nami Bishia de Numa Sanko. Until I think that towards the ending of me, we are Disuana may graduate, and or no papa ni see from free in the position,
Okay.
And a quite bad. And Obia said, ja, one and I na papa is small, I then I 1 year day.
Koteki.
Sure. I'm say I be me call. In commodity man I'm so okay, mammy. That time for an atomic flight. That was 2021 October, November. Man, atomic flight to cry. I'm booking me flight, I'm packing in your halfway. Me sound for Ghana. Babette now we mine. Anaja. Medekai and Anna. Oguswa, a bit Jupin. And I'm a cassette. Asante for say, ye pin mu better form of work or fruit the other crown yet. Menti anumuna meseme, and the honumuna may ye pin sooner a conya bass and samra school more and some match radi. That was how me call the process of the pen a whole lot of complicated issue and so on. But at the point in time, pen came back to the university, then I moved on after that.
Right, and this is saying, no, that's what I tried in, and I which I wow.
At the church, full time, but me that's so we say an associate lecturer role, occasionally me supported a university.
Oh, right, okay. But me, I was to say, oh, you're a PhD.
Me suya but that's so
okay.
Since 2015, I've always studied and worked. Almost since 2017, 18, almost studying and working because me emergency nursing in Ghana, me call back me age man me share me a postgraduate diploma in occupational health, safety and environmental management or GIMPA. And I've always worked and studied since 2017 at the same time because me and I'm sure how to do now school, it's you need to balance it.
Senior, how long now because we're practicing nursing for?
Officially finished nursing training college 2010. Boko Nursing Training College. So we started practicing nursing 2011, early January 2011. So mid said I've been practicing since then. The only break I would say I took was between 2020 to 2021.
As a student.
Yes, not a student. But and I was still working as a health because testing center was still controlled by the National Health Services here. And then 2022, I started like healthcare nursing practice, and then I left it. I left full-time practice back to the university. But now I tried and I still not practice it. Even I think until recently, maybe the last 6 months now, additionally new commitment into me picking clinical shifts. But
in senior, your friend is saying, what did you ever work as a carer? And I say, would you just work for your pin now and when you're pin now start say as a nurse?
So it depends on how you see it. So when you come as an international way, or recruit to whether NHS or they recruit you into the band 3 role, which is the healthcare assistant.
Okay.
But when you are in the NHS, you are not seen as a carer, you are seen as a healthcare assistant. But see, I can't care about home care, domiciliary now. Me imagine saying I'm in person maybe because they be am kasa omo yes adwuma no. Omo yade. Most of young crowd now omo wo honom no mpanyimfo a neurodegenerative conditions be brain, and you need very much patience. And yes, I'm a patient because I've worked all my life in emergency and disaster healthcare, which you need to be patient and think fast on your feet all the time. So I am more than capable. I just felt it wasn't a path and I'm a person me take it. And that is why I do advise people, say don't do what others are doing. Do what you know is good for you. Because you move a brain you take your decision, you take decisions according to near will be intimacy one thing I can confidently say is, and the people that have known me say I've always been an outlier, even in Ghana and I'm a Juma, my former colleagues would tell them, I've always wanted to do things differently, not negatively differently, but I've always given myself a higher standard, a higher bed to say okay, I will go for the highest. Say me nyana, say me tough form krana, me to baby and I'm not saying say we can all do that. Obia any shepherd, obia any purpose on this earth, but I have always told myself that I am prepared to go through the initial pain and suffering to get what I believe.
Would you say this whole feelings are down to upbringing, and I say maybe our school
I would say it's a mix of life. The reference is abrabome experiences, underpinned by my upbringing. I come from a very humble background, which is part of my name. It reminds me of where I'm coming from. So I come from a very humble background. My dad worked as a CID. My mom didn't get the opportunity to go to school. But on my key shows a time piano. I go school. I have had a mixed school life. And the reason why I'm giving this background is that sometimes you don't know that you are forming certain character traits or mindset. But then when you sit and reflect back, and you may see and the people you met always shaped that. So yes, the mindset to always go for it, I would say, started with my parents. Along the line, things got tough in life for the family, and you realize you tend to see almost standing by you, almost standing by you. So at a point in time, I made a vow, say I will do whatever is possible in my strength. That is, if even it means that I should study to change the family stance and dynamics.
Compared to Ghana, how do you find UK nursing? Because a lot of people, almost about UK, a lot of people feel depressed because almost feel say, I mean, UK system will question your intellect, it will question what you even know, it will make you start doubting yourself, say, you don't even measure up, and I say, why you Ghana? So how did you find UK nursing?
So anyone that has done nursing or Ghana, I would say sub-Saharan Africa. I cannot vouch for other African countries. I can vouch for Ghana's educational system. One thing I can tell you is that you need to be very confident when you come in here. My ejuma as a nurse in Ghana, my ejuma or Hanum. I used to be clinical educator in unofficially clinical educator. I have also been in higher institution education. I was a senior lecturer at the university. I can say a professional and son with Jumano. Near a brunibe friend skills now. You teach a lot of skills. The person comes out knowing how. Obey your mother pray. Hanum no, you try to be more, we say, critical and assertive to question things. And whereas your education back home is more of patriarchal, that is, teacher no a can and no. And I say in your books na can and no. We teach them to sometimes question the books or question the teacher. And yet out of disrespect, but what the system here teaches you is that
have a rationale for everything you're doing.
And yes, a senior, So yes, if you know your skill in your way, but nipani be practice say ni mehu say seniors ye senior ye ntimi so maye ne sa. Hanom no okodi akiri say na mehu say we be ye na emra no obedi because you are your own professional. As compared to senior ye no hanom. Make us say the difference. And I won't make it categorical, a fluid. A be or hands were many of my ejuma no only. Because they have the resources to pick up the skill and we say, if you me. But the only advice I will give is you need to be very confident when you come in here. Because already the system doesn't regard your educational setup and say up to scratch. And in one tickle time that will hit your confidence. And where that hit your confidence which means will be our very seasoned experience nurse or Ghana. And so Obeba Hana Chese and your mouth or no bit mature amount for now failure or your mistakes. The other aspect that I need to mention is that service user or patient or client rights and knowledge hanom no e wo high entino untimi sore preko penka se me ye nurse intino me se yese ama wo intino e se ojitu no ono betima ka cho say yes me pedi say and I say you say so the patient's voice, the patient's family voice is something practically you're used to fear. Because we are usually seen as the epitome of knowledge. But from practice to adechra matchless school we have something we call shared decision making. Untimin take a decision and my yarefwa.
Yeah.
Only yarefwa and they take a decision. So
and then a family.
Yes. So some differences that yes. Almost when you go to Rome, you do what Romans do. So, although say a human core competencies as a nurse, no unim, but we have something that, and I have written a little bit about it in some of my publications, and probably in a book that is coming out very soon. We talk about cultural competencies.
Okay.
And mostly say cultural competencies are obedience. Okay, abrofo ne baye ha omonti asese ne yedwuma no okwa abrofo no oti asese ne omoye modwuma no enye skills cultural competency enye practical skill, it's a soft skill.
Okay.
And you know for example me Srimni, I'm a proud Dagati man, but me clinical jobs typical Ashanti. I need to be culturally competent to function. Into honum no, maybe se me honum no, se me can't me pacho and sana my bibia, maybe crofo na makono, me pacho no said enya dia omo jitu. And let me move a little bit from it so that near tiasia. Me mentor no pick me up no. For a while they be ana me no enya mentor mentee banter.
Okay.
Because na me intimi friend with the first name. Because fear now professor no akọ friend say Kojo
Matthew.
Ana Matthew uti ate. But they be ana on me ko eno say me friend the first name no. Me na tena se lunch ni edidi wi a na me kopem ho asem say me funny train na on me be. So when we say cultural competency and yes say but we also need to understand the environment na here. Yes, ukura skill there, but you have to refine your skill to fit into your new environment.
Okay. But UK and Kasaro, who UK saying? It's a question I ask all my interviewees. How do you see UK? Is it something and is it a place obia nene da so over UK no be advice and say omra and I say or varying opinion about coming to the UK in general.
Kofi Kenyatta said anke da former anke duro hana anke asesa. But that doesn't mean say opportunities in here.
Okay.
Obia where na against obeba UK bia. I only have one question. Not to advise, but I said, brother, do you know why you are coming here? And I can tell you a very good percentage of people just want to come to the UK.
So, Pesica.
Onim why how about? Yes, which is good. You see, I've always said, Obi buy to Pesca. Must me buy to make sure that I'm building myself in a way I feel this can be damaged. And when you decide why I want now, you need to stay focused on why you have come. Sir, okay, maybe Pesca, but Nipa I want to know how echo school. See, I know. Was it a now, dear, and a school granting our Oba. Ya would dear no nonsense any dear. Obin so. Me and my imagine say me come school yi. Me ntimi nka say ade na me namfofo twi cars ana say tofi ana say eco holidays 2 times 3 times. My only advice is that you should know why oba say why do you say oba abetna ha afeboa you should have a strategy why do you say oba hanso de bia me kan na manfo sere me say yanum bidie hanom no ye betna ha but near omobes sa free yana nanom honom no me beje me die na me nsaka wi a me san ko me fi obia need a reason because I think say earlier on I spoke about fulfillment me no the purpose I feel say enuntinya me de maba wi ase no I am not sure I can fulfill it here into that chibi no I will need to respond to that calling maybe se siano me nya me di nkomo say o ma me mere kakra na me mfan mpe accoutrements ne logistics no ne expertise na me they are fulfill that calling no but obi nso betime enya ne fulfillment wo hanom nti I will say one big advice I'm doing my mom for this you share your own too much we compare too much and then you compare and it leads us into competition, unhealthy competition. But Obia Wakan Adler psychology, who said the best way to live, whether over Ghana or Hanmo, is to live in cooperation and collaboration. Intino, my bad dear, once what bad dear, maybe Odi Juma, media addition, and I say Odi addition, media Juma. But yemi and here in some form or shape to progress each other. Debia me can't this example about yenu Asians now, any Indians now, or more born. And so we do what you say. Asian nipping mudru baby and sure Obamona Asia 4102B. And both sides. Why are ye to me more when you bit mine say, Yansono, why you say, oh, Bobino, Nanny Pano, Baba, Baba, say, Wama. And you know, a man for a say. And I'm saying all this because question now obisa and say me too amount for say o momra na more man mintimi nyia no but so be ye na adwen say oba I've always say know your tribe ubedru ha know your tribe and say me ka say tribe sometimes amount for adwen say oh obi am mini free Ghana no TD Jakes fantastic video be about the 3 types of friends you should know in your life. Comrades, compatriots, and confidants. And sometimes, you know, or more again said they are our tribe, they are our constituents, they are our comrades, no. Omoni adwin kope. Sometimes, you know, ni obenya and I say ni ohwehwe. But again, and for me, I always make this statement based on evidence. Adler is a very good psychologist. Adler will tell you, say, what dear, they say, yeah, what dear. And for example, me say, before phone me, some say, oh, me say me best idea. Food to burn now, me say, na me yeah. Simple. That is my role I have played. It's left with that person to also take on and you will say. Abrabona or Hanum easy. You would need support from people, you need signposting from people, but you also need to do a lot of hard work and smart work yourself. So why I would say because it will be a year then a call you within 2 years. No, maybe what is our talker? The question you should ask yourself is what did they sacrifice to get that car? I've seen people say, oh, and I'll call you and say, hey, na say, we say, would you say, what was you say? But maybe I won't tell people that I sleep 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day. And no, men can't. Maybe I don't have weekends. Maybe I've only had two holidays in 5 years. Those 2 holidays were even work related. So, oh, bano, I say, se me akusina me ba, I didn't na me ko. Me ko pemisika, yes. me ninko gusu na minko pemi sika me hu omo a sika pemu no ombetimi etu me fo me ko suama de a say me konso akwa dide wo ho no ma say I say ebi so ban so be feel life na wo ha no any weekend bi ano na wo gina movie okọ warehouse na say okọ warehouse no Monday to Thursday na Friday to Sunday ne de ye de gina ni asa me nka say we but you need to be very clear about why because how no one take your time or be confused and no na ya my depression no more no but once you lose your focus things will be dragging you left and right
but senior and some people are very, very focused but it looks like the system now frustrates you.
Good.
And you know, what about those people? So I don't think I mean from what I've heard from people now, I mean when they say focus is the only drive, but then also system now gasa so when your opportunity about leverage on now about drag your back
maybe it's like a say what do you call leverage?
So
positive or negative?
I mean positive obviously.
Okay. I will tell you leverage is both positive and negative. It's not about what you face. It's about what you do with what you face.
Okay.
Mitik Roman. Twice I was 48 hours away from going back to Ghana without a visa. During those difficult weeks and months, the question I asked myself is me ba hase me be nyano. Me can say me na nanom ejapade na me say me ba be GB asa de akono me satan na me say dabi nti whilst me su ni nyina na me hwehwe ni obebo me negative situation. So I have something I call pain, passion and purpose. Saya wono na me gina so. So you earlier on asked a question about where did I get my drive from? For me, I fuel on pain. And yes, I love pain, but for example, when somebody tells me that you are not good enough to be a nurse, I'll become the best nurse in the area. Me kai say, na me ye me pain no, obi pass come and say, oh, even the student nurse here is better than Nang-Tege. And this person has just worked 3 years in nursing, but 3 years in nursing until no advances. 2-3 years down the line, Sani Pan Sebio, the Juma me yes, I met my manager, met my family Juma. That bitterness. And I'm not saying it's easy, don't get me wrong. But one thing I've said, one thing, or more money me, Tamana Morgan and American Agenda 2020, now for Jane say, warrior. Cecilia, the people that are close to me always see me say Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030 no only at the womb. But when it gets tough, I ask myself, how far are you from the Agenda 2030? Near woman idiot, a woman quamity many uncrophobia. Me trust you almost said they can keep whatever is in that Agenda 2030. Near me can say, you can come here with the best focus, just as you said. Yeah, build the system no na we say udin kweku nka ho ana say udin ama ana say we say nka ho na nka ho. Nti wona wo ba be looking for a place. So already no obi ono wa no head start sin wo. Na say woni obi tu mirika na say nipa na ahya ase tu mirika na ansa na wo hya ase a untimi nyina ho nka say because yama na hya ase enti no mirika ne mintu.
Do bepe kwanya
obetimi dia ade.
Ya ko machina na so de.
E dia ko machina na so ode be sa ne ho ama na hu se. Onya head start na kora.
Still no denial. And Cecilia, based on ukoma wakanyina na che say Oba has said now you'll be hit with all the negatives.
Ebeba.
But then you shouldn't
Ebeba.
Give up.
Ebeba. I've stayed in my rooms sometimes for weeks. Not talking to anyone. Challenges, Nebeba. But again, during those difficult times, I know that TV jakes, like I said, I know the separating comrades from your constituents and your confidants. And during those times, you will find your confidence, and they will stay with you when you are flat on the ground. And they will look for opportunities and point to you, say, try, you say, try, you say. And you may say, I was going through a very difficult period. My colleague back up, I'm not sending me a way dear, try. And I'm saying, my brother, I don't see that way dear, so man farm our near, they don't know who they are looking for. And then I'm saying, you need to find your tribe. You need to find people that celebrate your victories without being jealous internally.
Yeah.
And sometimes, these things happen. We don't understand that it's not just but people that genuinely want to see you go. Because those people will see opportunities and will bring them to you to the opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
Those people will have opportunities and will pick a phone and call you and say, me who are you? Or you talk to those people about opportunities and say, I've even seen a better one. And I say, and challenges need dear. So because I may about challenges in the UK, a whole session of the video.
Yeah.
Ebeba left personal, academic, professional, spiritual, psychological,
emotional.
Obia ni ho obeka say sebe o free yen ye honom no ba ha. One of these cars are affected.
Oh yeah.
But again, it is what you do with that car. Say, Ojia tumu say, enuntino.
Unko wenim.
Me kai me last visa issue. Edu baby ni me give ya.
Na 48 hours pa na visa e wude.
Me colleague ba ko na ka chem say, ejuma wa ye no Ghana, ejuma kakra wa be ye no hanom no kra kire say. Oye obi a ayesi yetimi ye den. Ebo wa baso. Na wa hwe global talent visa. Na visa say ye den.